it's really emotional for me because I see European people with blue eyes and blonde hair being killed, children being killed every day with Putin's missiles. I'm sorry, it's really emotional for me because I see European people with blue eyes and blonde hair being killed, children being killed every day with Putin's missiles.
The United Nations reports more than 800,000 people have fled Ukraine since Russia attacked last week, but many foreign nationals trying to escape have described racist discrimination and abuse, saying they were turned away from buses and at the border while Ukrainians were welcomed with open arms. Several African governments also condemned the racism Africans in Ukraine faced while trying to escape, with the African Union calling the treatment a breach of international law. On Tuesday, Democracy Now! Reached 25-year-old Nigerian student Somto Ora after he had reached Warsaw, Poland. He described the discriminatory treatment he and other African students faced as they tried to flee, starting at the train station in Ukraine's capital, Kiev.
The first discrimination started in Kiev, which is the capital, at the train station. I was trying to enter and they were telling us it's only women and children. Then they were only picking white women and children. So when the first train left, the second one came and they said the same thing. We now asked them, what do you mean by women and children? Because we are not seeing you taking any black women here. If you meant white women and children, you are being honest, but telling us women and children and not taking African women along is totally rubbish. So we started shouting and started telling them, nobody is going to live here if they don't stick to their words. So they asked us, where are the African women? We started showing them the African women and children, and they were able to board. So another train that is going to Poland came in. I jumped in with other two Africans. I was in the cabin, and they called police on us. The police came and told us to get out of the train. They dragged us out and told us this train going to Poland is specifically for Ukrainians only. So we have to wait for another train that was in the night. That train came in, they told us the train is not going to Lviv, which is the city that has border with Poland. So we copied the train number and sent it to my friend. I copied it. My friend also copied it and sent it to his girlfriend, who is a Ukrainian. And the girlfriend told him that this train is going to Lviv. Don't listen to them. Jump in. The train was about to leave. We jumped in. They already trying to close the door. We told them, you either open the door or you push us on the way. So they have no other option than to open the door. So we went in. We were the only Africans in the train. When we got to Lviv, the whole train going, the first train came in and they told us it's only Ukrainians, women and children only. And they usually pick more white people than black people. We started shouting again. So when the second train came, we have to push the whole white African women and children to the front so that they were able to take them. Then we had no other option than to look for a taxi that would take us to the border. Then we got to a barricade that is 30 minutes away to the border. And the barricade told us that the soldiers there, with the police there, separated us. They said, foreigners go this side, the Ukrainians go the other side. So time was going. I asked some people there, how long have you been here? One said 3 days, the other one said 2 days. I'm like, no, I cannot endure this. I have to find a way. So in the morning, which is the next day, we started protesting and telling them they have to let us go, that this is rubbish. They take in like 100 Ukrainians and then taking like 2 Africans. It doesn't make sense because there are more Africans there than Ukrainians at the border. So we started pushing, and the police cocked their guns and pointed us gun and told us that they're going to shoot us. We told them that we are students, we just want to go home. And if one person gets shot here, that we will never take it lightly. We are thousands here. I don't think all of them can kill us. The police came in and drove with speed, parked in our front, brought our gun like a soldier, and told us that they're going to shoot. We told them we don't care. We have to pass. So we started pushing over. Before we know, all of us started shouting, "Yay!" We broke the barricade and started running across towards the border. So some of them started beating some people with batons. Meanwhile, when we were trekking to the border, Ukrainians were helping us. They were giving us food and water on the road, which is very nice. The only people that discriminated against us were the officials, that's the law enforcement officers. Then after the whole day, in the night, they started allowing the men because there are only few women left. So it was pretty easy for us to cross over, and at the Poland side, there was no discrimination. So we want to continue our education, and nobody wants to go back without completing their education. So we also want the world to know that it is actually not good to be asking the world for help while committing war crime and discriminating against Africans. It never made sense.